G'day guys, Morzy here. We've got a tutorial for you today. This is my 2x2 slime block elevator. Been really popular, lots of people liking it so far, and I thought it was time to do another tutorial, so here we are. A few points to start. This is for PC and Mac only. Xbox and various other consoles won't have the correct machinery to make this, so sorry guys, but yeah, maybe later. Also, this one should work on vanilla servers once Minecraft 1.8 is released. I'm saying should because I'm not sure how the slime blocks are going to react on servers, but certainly the comparator clock, which is the main part that makes it work, does work on vanilla servers just fine. If you have a bucket server or a spigot server, they may not work, but definitely vanilla servers are fine. Another thing is we will just have a look at how it works before I get into it. So we've got a call button on the outside here, and we've got a up button here, so if we hit that, we go up. Nice and fast. There we are. And at the top we can also go down. And it goes down nice and fast there as well. So we're going to get right into it, and we'll see you in a second. Alright guys, so to start off we're going to dig a hole. The hole's going to be 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. By 8. 6, 7, 8. So, and it's going to be 2 deep all the way around. Okay, so we've got the hole cut out. First thing I'm going to do is just make the front, the fascia. This is just for show, so you can make this out of whatever blocks you like. We'll start here by making the opening, so we'll go up. This is all personal preference. If you don't want to make it look like this, you don't have to. And I'm just going to put that across there. Actually, I might go up higher, like that. And then I'm going to go up the side. And what I'm just going to do is just run this all the way up to a nice height, and we'll finalize which height we get up to later. Alright, so I've finished the front fascia here, and we're ready to start working on the inside. Just on a side note, this design at the moment only has a front on it. If you wanted to put decorative sides on, the area you'll need to, the space you'll need to do it will be 9 by 10. The actual elevator is only 7 by 8, but to put sides on all 4 sides will be 9 by 10, so keep that in mind. So I've gone ahead, I'm making this pretty tall, and I've gone ahead and put the platform that we stand on, so these four blocks here, and we're going to start putting some slime blocks on so we know where the whole mechanism starts. So off the side here we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 slime blocks on that side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that side. Now with that marked out, we know that the pistons are going to start here. So you put sticky pistons there like that, and then we want one facing the other way. We're going to put slime blocks up like this, and then we're going to put a piston facing down like that. And we're going to do that on both sides, like this and like that. And then we're also going to put immovable blocks here. Now I'm just going to use obsidian just because it's easier to build with. You don't have to worry about shift clicking and stuff. But you can use any immovable block for these parts and the sides when we get to them as well. Just use any immovable block you want to use. But yeah, obsidian is easier, but I know it's hard to get in survival, so maybe you won't be building this out of obsidian. But we're just going to put some obsidian there and there, and there and there, and that's what each piston unit is going to sort of look like. And then there's a set spacing that we have to go up to the next set so that it works properly. Okay, so the set spacing is easy to work out. What we have to do is basically make this same thing again, but on top. So we start with an extra block, and then we start putting a piston that way, and then a slime block on top of that, and then one gap, and then a piston there, and then we've got the obsidian on top again. So that's sort of the pattern. So you have pistons, and then 2 blocks, and then more pistons, and then you want another 2 blocks, and then more pistons. So I'm just going to take this all the way up, and we'll come back in a second. Alright, so I've finished putting the pistons in place, and now that will actually reveal where our top floor will be. So the very last set of pistons here, as long as the slime block is at the top, that is the level of our top floor. So I've just gone ahead and made the little level here, so that's where we are. And when the elevator comes up, this is where it's going to stop. So now that we've done that, we can start looking at the wiring. Alright, so the wiring is going to start with some blocks behind the pistons here. So we're going to go across like this, and then we're also going to get some slabs, and let's use this one, and we'll put a slab on the end like that. And then let's also just chuck some redstone on it like this, and we're just going to do the same for every layer of pistons like that, and we'll just keep going all the way up. Alright, so we've finished all the way up here. We've got redstone on all of this and the little slab wings on it, and now we're going to put the buttons on. So the buttons are going to be in that position there, and in this position here. I'm using lamps. You don't have to use lamps. I just like how they turn on when you press it. And now we're going to do the hopper timer at the bottom here that actually controls the length of time that the machine runs for. So to start the hopper timer, we're going to be in the center here at the back. Put your hoppers facing into each other, and then we're going to put some blocks, get my clay out. We're going to put some blocks around here, and what we'll do, have a comparator here and one here. They will go into a block there and into a block there. Then we've got a sticky piston here and a sticky piston there, and a redstone block in between. Then we're also going to put a dot of redstone there, and we're going to put a line like that. So that's the basic hopper timer, and we're going to add to that now. Alrighty, so we've got that one made. Now we need to control this hopper timer, so we're going to put 3 blocks off this button here, 1, 2, 3. We're going to put redstone on each end, and a repeater in the middle, and then a torch on the end of that, and that's going to lock this hopper timer here. So now that it's locked, we can take a signal from the bottom here, so just knock out that block, put a bit of redstone there and a comparator here, set that to subtract, and go like this. We're going to run that way. Now at the moment this is connected, we don't want that to connect, so we're going to cut that off with the block, a full block, and that is going to be our timer system. If we put just a couple items in here, maybe a couple more, and if we press the button here, the block switches, and that runs the comparator clock, and when it's done it turns it off. So that's how that works. Okay, so now we're going to do some of the wiring that goes up. So we're going to start on this side with the torch and the rest of it here, and we're going to put a block there, and another block next to it, redstone on top of that, and repeater there, and then we're going to come up and then back across like this. So redstone up like that, and then we're going to do the same but on the other facing the other way. So repeater there, and block there, and back up that way. Whoa, like that. And we're just going to repeat that all the way to the top. Okay, so I've finished the zigzag staircase up here, and we've got all this wiring done and some repeaters going up. Now we need to connect this to the comparator clock. So the comparator clock comes out to here, and we want to use some slabs, and we'll take the signal up and up a little bit further to there. So go 1, 2, 3 like that, and we're going to come across 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and put a repeater there, and now we're going to go up and then do 3 blocks, 3 slabs like that. The reason why we're down a bit lower here is because we need room for this side, so that's going to give us some room for later, and we'll put the the signal will go all the way up to here and then across to this side here. Alright, so we've done that side down there, and now we want to do this other side here. So first thing we're going to do is put some buttons down. So buttons are going to go, buttons are going to go there and there, button here, button there, and so the button to go down is going to be this one. And to start that off, what we're going to do is put a block here and a block there. We're going to put a torch on top here, and then another block with another torch there. And then we're going to put some dust here, and that's going to be how we turn this on and off. Alright, so now we're going to take this signal over here, and we're going to start the hopper timer. So we'll go from this torch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll put another torch here, and we'll put redstone along the top, and then we'll put a block down like that. This is where the hopper timer is going to sit, so we can fill this out like we did down below, like this. We'll put a piston there and get my hopper out. Hoppers will go in the middle again, make sure they're facing into each other, so they're perfectly in the middle there, and we'll put another piston on that side and the redstone block there, comparator, and then another bit of dust here with the block there. So now we can control that hopper timer with this button, like that. Alright, so now we're going to hook up the comparator clock to this. So we'll get our immovable block, which I'm going to use obsidian, and we'll put 2 blocks there like that. Comparator goes here, and make sure you set that to that mode. And then a block up here. Now all these ones here at the moment, these 2 have to be immovable ones. These 2 here, they don't have to be immovable, so I'll just change them out, but like that. Then we'll put dust here like this, and we're going to bring this over to here, and that guy there doesn't have to be immovable, but that one there does. Okay, like that. So now when we hit the button, that will start pulsing away. Now this is going to be where we take the signal down, back down to the bottom, so we'll do that now. Okay, so to start that part, we're going to put a block next to this lamp here, and we're going to go down like this, and we're going to have redstone here, here, and here. And then we're going to have a block with a repeater, and then a block up like that. Oh, actually, this needs to be a slab. Make sure that's a slab. There we go. Like that. And then this comes down and goes back the other way. Like that. Slab. And block up like that. Repeater. And redstone up there. So that's the sort of pattern for that, and so we're going to continue that all the way down. Alright, so we've finished the wiring up this side, and it's connected to our hopper timer at the top there. Now we're ready to give this a bit of a test. Now, when it comes to putting the items in these hoppers, it is a little bit unclear at the moment what the number is. To get this one working, I've counted the number of levels I have here. So we've got 1 level there, 2, 3, all the way up, and we've got 13 levels. Now, based on this design, which is from my other video, that has 7 levels, and I had 21 items in the hopper. So when I figured that out, I'm like, well, that's 7 times 3. So if I do 13 times 3, I get 39, but in actual fact 39 doesn't work. 36 is the number I want for this. So what that tells me is that somewhere along the way here there are probably some half ticks or something that add up, and you need to negate them or something. I haven't looked further into it yet, but what I'd suggest you do is just count the number of levels you have, multiply it by 3, and then play around with that number. So I started off at 39 and I just played around until I got to where I wanted to stop, so that was 36. If anyone works out there's probably a formula to it. If anyone works that out, let me know. But we'll give it a test. So push the button and we go flying up, which is good. All the way up, past that one. And let's see if we stop at the... Yep, we stopped there, that's good. And you can see at the top here I've also got 36 items, and so we'll take it down. And we're going down. Very good. And do we stop? Yes, we stop. Okay, so that's right. So for this 13 levels I'm using 36 items. Again, just have a play around with that to get that to work. And now we can actually look at the call buttons for the top and bottom. Okay, so we're right here at the top, and the first call button we're going to do is that guy right down the bottom there. And to do that we're actually just going to bring this torch tower all the way down. So I'm just going to continue it down here like this, and I'm just going to put what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to disable this for the moment, and then I'm just going to put torches all the way down as well, and we'll go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so I've done my torch tower all the way down. Now when we get down to this button, what I've done is just sort of put it in a few different directions here. The reason we have to do that is we want to make sure that when this button's not being pushed, the torch right at the top here must be turned off, so that the only time this torch comes on is when we push the button to turn it on. If your torch is on all the time, this comparator clock will be firing all the time, so that's not what we want. So whatever configuration you have down here, make sure that the torch at the top is off. And then I've just put torch under there, one there, and one there. And that just basically bends this around a little bit. So now when I push this, you can see the signal will come down. There we go. And then it'll run the clock at the top, and then it'll turn off in a second. Alright, now for the call button on the other side here. So I've just put a torch onto the side, and we're just going to staircase down like this. So torch there, like that. And we're going to put dust on top. And we're just going to continue that all the way down to the bottom. Alright, so I've finished the tower going down here. You can see just torch and dust alternating. When I get down to the bottom, it's important that this line here is not on, and to do that I've just come off the side here and gone down with the wire there. So if that line is on, that means this comparator clock will fire all the time, and you don't want that to happen. So now we can test these call buttons, make sure they work. I'm not going to go up in the elevator, I'm just going to test them. Now if I press this, we should see the signal come down like before, and it will come down through all these pistons. That's good. So we know that one's working. And now we'll come up here. Okay, now that that's working down there, let's test this one. And we should see all the pistons come up this way. Yep, so that works too. That's good. That means now that this elevator is fully functional, and all that's left to do is fill in the holes and make it look pretty. Alright, so there we are. I've made it a bit more pretty. I put a couple of doors here, and I've gone all the way up here, mostly, with immovable blocks. Now this back section you can actually put non-immovable blocks, like regular blocks, here in this space, but these four here that next to these slime blocks need to be immovable ones. So that's all that done. I've done all the way up the sides, pretty much anywhere where a slime block could possibly pick up a regular block, you need to have these immovable blocks. I know you can use furnaces, droppers, obsidian, you can use watermelons and pumpkins and things like that. And at the top here I've just put a little roof on with holes for those blocks to come out of, because the sticky blocks, the slime blocks, will stick about that high up when it's at the top. So make sure you leave holes there. Also, I have, just for something different, moved these buttons out. So that's the down button there, and just to save confusion, I've moved the call button to the outside. So, and I just did that by changing the position of the button there. And so when we do that, we can have the elevator come up the top. Alright guys, that's the end of the tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed it and it was clear enough for you to follow. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like or a comment. If you do have any issues with it and can't get it to work, let me know and I'll see if I can fix it. I'll also put this world download in the description, and you can have a look around and see how it all works. And also, if you know of anyone who might like this design, why not share it to them and get them to have a look, because this design would be really great if more people knew about it, because I think it is pretty cool. Hopefully you think so too. But that's all for this video, and we'll see you again next time.